I've heard it from so many people. Oh, I remember when I could eat like you, but once you hit this age, your metabolism just slows down. But here's the thing, your metabolism didn't slow down. You did. And it's not fun to hear that because people want to blame anything they can other than themselves for the reason why they're out of shape. So let me know down in the comments if you think that your metabolism has slowed. And while you do that, I'm gonna explain to you what's really happening. So think back to those times when you're young, you're a teenager, you could eat anything you want and didn't seem to gain any weight. But what was going on at that time? You're in high school, you're doing sports, all kinds of other activities, doing stuff with friends, and a lot of times even having to ride a bike or walk to a friend's house to do those things. You're working out in the gym for whatever sports you might be playing in school. And then maybe even more so once you get to college. And then what happens? School is done. You go out, you get a real job, and then you're working every day of the week. You're out till 4 or 5 o'clock, going out to dinner. Then you get home, you're tired. You stop exercising, but you also keep eating the same as you were doing before when you were extremely active. You may have burned 1,000+ calories going out, riding to friends' houses, playing sports, doing sports practice, playing games, constantly moving and moving while you're in school. Now you don't do those things, but you're still eating like you were back when you're being more active. And when talking about working out, I've heard a lot of people say too, oh yeah, I used to bench press this much, or I used to squat or deadlift this much, because they used to work out lifting weights, but now they don't. And this brings up another really good point, because not only are you slowing down and not moving much, which burns a lot of calories, you're also losing muscle. And that actually will slow your metabolism down because muscle is metabolically active and you burn a whole lot more calories daily because of that. And so for someone who used to work out a lot, say you're doing football and you're working out in the gym, getting a lot of muscle and all that, and you go from doing that to getting your day job, you don't work out anymore, you're losing that muscle and you're gaining fat. Even if you're maintaining the same body weight, your body composition is changing and your metabolism will be slowing down because you're losing that muscle and gaining more fat, even though your body weight's staying the same. And then that happens more and more because if you continue to eat the same amount, you're going to gain more fat. You do need to eat more to maintain that heavier body weight, but it's not the same as if that was muscle. I actually weigh 30 pounds more now than I did back when I was in college and married my wife when I was 20 years old. But now I look better and I eat way more than I used to, even though now I'm 34 years old. And don't give me the excuse that you don't have time, okay? Because you will make time for what is important to you. I have 3 jobs, 5 kids, and a wife, and I still make time to exercise every day because it's important to me. I want to stay healthy and I want to be around for a long time. And I'm not trying to brag, but I don't want you to sit there and reserve yourself to the fact of, oh, I might as well just not do anything because my metabolism's slowing down. It's just going to take more time. All you have to do is make small changes until they become habits, and then you make more. For instance, just eat one healthier meal a day, or maybe stop drinking calories and only drink diet sodas or diet drinks or just water if you don't want to do diet drinks. Start going to the gym twice a week and do a full body workout so that you work your muscles and get them to start growing back to what they used to be. And once that becomes normal and it's just something you do out of habit, then maybe make another small diet change or start working up to going to the gym more and more until you get up to doing 4 or 5 days a week or even more if you end up really liking it. And it can even be something as simple as, oh, I want to watch this TV show. Well, I'm only going to do that if I'm walking on a treadmill. Everyone's got earphones, you got an iPad or iPhone. You can sit there and watch a show while you're walking and be getting some movement in. Or the same thing if you want to listen to a podcast, do it while you're outside walking or doing some kind of exercise. And resistance training is also very important because cardio just by itself will burn calories and allow you to eat more, and it's good for your heart, but you're always gonna stay the same. But when you're doing resistance training and building that muscle back up, you're also raising your metabolism overall. And that's why me now, being 30 pounds heavier than I was when I got married, I'm able to eat so much more because the majority of that is muscle. I'm leaner now than I used to be, but I also have a whole lot more muscle than I used to have. Before, just 3 years ago, I was eating like 2,000, 2,100 calories a day to maintain my weight. Now I'm eating about 3,000 and I'm a lot bigger and leaner and it's enjoyable. I can eat plenty of food. I like the way I look. And another thing to keep in mind is that the more muscle you build now, when you get to your older age and you are losing muscle because it's just a fact of life, you are going to lose muscle once you start aging higher and higher up into your 60s, 70s, 80s. I read a statistic that the majority of 80-year-olds can't even lift a gallon of milk. I want to be able to get around, move around, do stuff, prepare my own food in my old age. So the more muscle you start out with now, naturally, obviously, because if you get enhance, start taking drugs and get above your natural limit, well, it's going to come back down to that. Or, you could do a lot of damage to your body from lifting more than your joints and stuff can handle. Over and over again, you end up like Ronnie Coleman, and he's pretty messed up now. Dude can barely walk. But I have a lot of videos on the channel with all kinds of recipes. There are substitutions for normal foods that you eat that taste really good. A lot of breakfast options, lots of snack options. I show what I eat in a day, how I train. I've got videos on beginner programs, the type of things I do. I have live videos showing how I work out. So you just pick something and go with it and make those small changes. And just remember not to make excuses. Don't think I have to know everything before I can get started. Don't get in that mindset of I have to do everything right or nothing at all. Just do one thing, then build upon that. Make these small sustainable changes that will last and change your life forever. But if you have any questions with any of the diet or training stuff I talked about, post them down in the comments below and I will try to help you the best I can. Hit that like button if you're new, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.